The meeting of the Atlantic County Board of Commissioners is called to order. In compliance with the, in compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act of the State of New Jersey, adequate notice of this meeting of the Atlantic County Board of Commissioners was provided in the following manner. Published in the Press of Atlantic City and mailed to the Hamilton Gazette. It has been posted on the bulletin boards in the County Office Building in Atlantic City, the Stillwater Building in Northfield, and the County Clerk's Office in Mays Landing. Opening prayer.
Yes. Let us pray. Our Heavenly Father, we pray that the true spirit of this Christmas season, its joy, its beauty, and its hope, may live among us. Let the blessings of peace be cured, the peace to build and grow, to live in harmony and sympathy with others, and to stand for the future. Amen.
Amen.
All right, please face the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Tara, please call the roll.
Chairman, Commissioner Days is attending virtually today. Bertino,
Here.
Burns,
Here.
Days, Gatto,
Here.
Kern,
Here.
Parker,
Present.
Risley,
Here.
Ruffio,
Here.
Days.
Here. Perfect time.
Days is here as well.
Here, Reverend Days.
Reverend Days. All right, commissioners have had an opportunity to review the minutes from December 2nd, 2025. I will entertain a motion to adopt the December 2nd minutes as presented.
So moved. Second.
Moved and seconded. Please call the roll.
Bertino,
Yes.
Burns,
Yes.
Days, Gatto,
Yes,
Yes.
here.
Kern,
Yes.
Parker,
Present.
Risley,
Yes.
Ruffio,
Yes.
Days.
Yes. The Board of Commissioners will continue to utilize a consent agenda for format for sections of the agenda that the commissioners do not feel need additional discussion from the board and are not contested. This consent agenda format allows our meetings to run more efficiently and productively so that we can spend additional time during the meeting discussing other important issues that are not as routine. If any commissioner wishes for additional discussion on any resolution or would like a resolution to be pulled from the consent format to be individually addressed for any reason, please advise and we will do so. For the public, prior to the roll call, on any resolution or group of resolutions, you'll continue to have an opportunity to comment if you wish to do so. Anyone attending in person who would like to speak regarding an agenda item or a public comment, please come to the podium, speak into the microphone, state your name and the town in which you reside. You'll be provided up to 3 minutes to speak. If you're attending virtually and would like to speak, please raise your hand during the agenda item or a public comment at the end. I'll call your name and a request to unmute will be sent. Please state your name and the town you reside. You'll be provided up to 3 minutes to speak. Okay, first on our agenda today, going to recognize the Cedar Creek High School football team for their NJSIAA Group 3 state championships. Congratulations, Cedar Creek. Coach James Melody's in attendance. Coach, you'd like to come up and just the board, let us know who else is here with you, if anyone.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
First, thank you guys for recognizing us. It was a long season, but what the kids accomplished throughout the year was unbelievable. And I got Coach Razzo here, Coach Martin, Coach Lorge. I have about 10 other assistants, and I have 65 kids that are deserving everything that they're getting over the last couple of weeks. And been an awesome ride. There's so much talent in this county. It's not just our school. It's been quite a few schools over the last couple of years that have done some great things. So I can't thank you guys enough. Thank you for bringing us here, and I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
It's fantastic. We have a certificate of recognition.
Awesome.
I think I shared your video as well, your address to the community.
Yeah.
Thanking them for the support. So that was great.
I mean,
to
the
see
whole
as well, so.
thing, when we got back from MetLife, we got back around 9:00. And I mean, we had about 15 fire trucks from probably 3 or 4 different companies that we were able to go down Philadelphia Avenue in Egg Harbor City. We were on one of those luxury buses. So usually when we do that, the victory parade, we're on a school bus. We don't have to get out because everyone could see us. Couldn't really see us in those. What we did was we parked those buses, and every single kid, cheerleader, band member walked down that road. And, you know, again, 9:30 at night, the whole community was out there. It really was unbelievable. The support that they've given us, the support we get from our school and our administration, and our school district in general is unbelievable. It's second to none. It really is. So it's been great.
It's fantastic.
Hey, Coach, if I'm not mistaken, South Jersey, didn't we sweep North Jersey in the state championship
We
this
did.
year for the first time ever?
Yeah, first time.
For the first time ever.
So, it's been since 2022, they've been doing overall group championships, and South Jersey gets an opportunity to play the North Jersey champion.
Awesome.
And this was the first year that all 5 were true South Jersey. Now, Shore Conference teams are technically considered South Jersey when it gets to that game, but this year, all the true South Jersey teams won the overall state championship for the first time
That's
since the inception.
absolutely awesome
2022.
stuff.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
So way back in the day when dinosaurs still walked the earth, I was a part of Egg Harbor Township 2 state championships, and we didn't have that.
Yeah.
And we wanted it so bad. We wanted to play North Jersey because you guys know South Jersey. They think we're all country down
That's right.
here, and all the talent's up in North Jersey.
Well, it's funny you say that.
and we
I'm
can't-
originally from North Jersey.
So you know. So you know.
I do know. But yeah, I mean,
and it doesn't even go up to. It doesn't even have to be north. Once you get to Central,
100%.
oh yeah, it's
Yeah,
like, oh
it's-
yeah, you South Jersey guy,
But it shows the quality of football down here, and it's not just this sport. I mean, the other sports you're going to see it. South Jersey's really rising to the top when it comes to athletics, and it's been great.
Congratulations to you.
Thank
Coach.
you. I appreciate you.
Fantastic.
Chair, if I may.
Commissioner Gatto, yes.
Yeah, so I requested that we bring you guys in. I was following the journey very closely. 3 special guys in my life are your players, so Leland, Slayton, and Brexton.
Okay.
And so I was at 2 of the playoff games, and
Which ones were you at?
I was at Mainland and the one before Mainland.
Yeah, we were at the good ones.
Yeah. They were awesome. They were great games,
Yeah,
great
incredible.
football. Just a great time. I do want to state for the record, because I kept getting a lot of questions like, wow, you're giving Cedar Creek a lot of love as a Oakcrest Falcon. And it's a joke in our house. And my mom's here today, who's a retired principal of Epsigami. When my mom left Oakcrest and went to GAMI, I really didn't speak to her for a few years because, that was sacrilegious.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people were asking, why I was cheering. And of course, again, I know a number of the players, but in our role as county officials, we want all of our
course.
teams down here to win, and we want to celebrate them all. And I thought it was such a huge accomplishment, and I really saw the community engagement online with every victory, and then that parade that night. It was really something special, and I really thought that you deserved to come in and be a part of our last meeting here. It's a
I really
great way to
appreciate
end
that.
the year. So congratulations to you, your fellow coaches, who I know many of. Dave and I went to high school together. So good to see everybody. Again, congratulations to all and the team.
Thank you so much.
To have a
Yeah.
certificate of recognition. Guys, if the coaches want to come up as well. By the way, I'm an FC County graduate. And Coach Martin gave me a hard time before I was went to County. What happened? Theater the second half. So, you want
You want to come? You want to come in?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think we handed you certificates for all the players. We have a certificate from us, the Board of Commissioners here, and then Chairman has.
Yeah, so this is on behalf of the citizens of Atlantic County Executive Dennis Levinson. Proudly salutes the Cedar Creek High School 2025 football team, recognition of its 12-2 season and first NJSIAA Group 3 state championship. In addition to being crowned South Jersey Group 3 champions and the WJFL Constitution Division champions. Congratulations on your extraordinary year, County Executive Dennis Levinson. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I remember you.
Yeah, oh, great game.
Great game. Congrats.
Which way are we going? We're going this way. I'm going Sure.
Do you want me to go back in?
Thank you.
Thanks again.
Congrats again.
Thank you so much. The guys know how proud we are.
Well,
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, you go.
Yeah, now Dave, you have to stay.
Thanks again, guys.
You got it.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
See you again. See you tomorrow.
Thanks again.
Thank you, Mike. So next on our agenda, we do have a resolution in remembrance of Commissioner Ernest Corsi. Resolution number 737.
Resolution in remembrance of Commissioner Ernest D. Corsi.
So moved.
Moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. I guess at this point, I want to, I guess Leslie, want to come up?
Gotta read it.
Do you want to, actually, Sarah, do you want to read the
Sure, of
entire resolution before we move
course.
forward? Sorry.
Resolution in remembrance of Commissioner Ernest D. Corsi. Whereas a longtime resident of Atlantic City, Ernest D. Corsi's distinguished public service and dedication to the citizens of Atlantic County spanned more than 3 decades. And whereas Ernest D. Corsi began his stellar political career more than 34 years ago when he was elected to serve as Atlantic City's 3rd Ward Council member, a position he held from 1991 to 2002, during which he was reelected 3 times and served as both council president and vice president. And whereas throughout his time on city council, Ernest D. Corsi exemplified accessibility and transparency through his open door policy, publishing the 3rd Ward-wide newsletter and establishing the 3rd Ward Eye on Crime initiative to promote public safety and civic engagement within his community. And whereas in January 2002, Ernest D. Corsi accepted an administrative position as deputy mayor under the newly elected Mayor Lorenzo T. Langford, where he continued his commitment to serving Atlantic City's residents with integrity and dedication. And whereas after leaving city government, Ernest D. Corsi returned in 2011 as superintendent of Surf Stadium and Bader Field, and later served as chief of staff to Atlantic City Mayor Marty Small Sr., continuing to lend his leadership and wisdom to local government. And whereas Ernest D. Corsi also contributed to the state and federal levels, serving as staff assistant to U.S. Senator Robert Torricelli, a member of former Governor James McGreevy's Transition Committee, a commissioner for the South Jersey Transportation Authority, and as a member of Governor Phil Murphy's Transition Committee in 2018. And whereas Ernest D. Corsi was first elected as Atlantic County Commissioner for District 1 in 2013 and was reelected in 2016, 2019, and 2022, serving 4 terms with pride, dignity, and an unwavering commitment to the people of Atlantic County. And whereas Ernest D. Corsi was deeply devoted to his family and faith, crediting God Almighty for guidance and inspiration throughout his life. And whereas Ernest D. Corsi was the proud son of the late Raymond and Hazel Corsi, and one of 10 children, and together with his beloved wife Leslie, raised 2 sons, Ernest Jr., Dwayne, and Ethan, and celebrated the joy of becoming grandparents to their first grandchild, Jupiter Dwayne Corsi, J.C. And
Got it.
whereas beyond his professional accomplishments, Ernest D. Corsi brought warmth, kindness, and compassion to all who knew him. He organized annual holiday events, food drives, Senior Citizens Day, and Youth Day at Steel Pier, embodying his lifelong motto that government should serve its most valuable and precious asset, its citizens. And whereas Ernest D. Corsi's humility, sense of humor, and strong leadership left an indelible mark on Atlantic City and Atlantic County, inspiring all who worked with him and who were served by him. Whereas the Corsi family, Atlantic City, and Atlantic County have been experienced a great loss with the passing of Ernest D. Corsi, who will be remembered by his family and friends as a selfless man who was always helping others. Now, therefore, be it resolved on the 16th day of December, 2025, by the Atlantic County Board of County Commissioners that this board does hereby convey its deepest sympathy on the passing of Ernest D. Corsi and joins with others in remembrance of a dedicated public servant.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you.
So we had the resolution was moved and seconded. Are there any commissioner comments at this time?
For those of us that had the opportunity to serve with Ernest through all these years, one thing we always knew we can count on, that Ernie was a friend. And to serve in government and have that reputation and ability to connect with people the way he did, he was a friend. He's sorely missed.
Thank you, Commissioner. Leslie, I'm sorry I had you stand before that. I mean, I knew his long service and I knew it was a long resolution. I apologize for that. Before we make a presentation to you, I just want everyone to know that we do have a memorial plaque right here in our meeting room, on the entrance to the meeting room. If you didn't notice it on the way in, it just says memory of Ernest D. Coursey Sr., Commissioner District 1, January 2014 to August 2025. With deep gratitude for a life dedicated to public service, leadership, and the people of Atlantic County, faithful in duty, steadfast in friendship, and remembered with honor. And there's a quote from Ernie that I quoted earlier in the year. We can agree to disagree and not be disagreeable. And that is, we heard that often, and I wish more of us just lived by that motto. So,
Chairman, if I may, I've already said so much about him. It was such an honor to sit next to him and get to kick him regularly.
Right.
Try to keep him a little bit straight. Sometimes he really liked to, toy with me a little bit. But I think one of the proudest things would be seeing the boys are carrying on his work. And I know my cousin mentioned that your younger son was carrying on the coat drive at the church and things like that. And I think there would be nothing that would make him prouder. And he was very special. You're all very special. You've all, yourself too, Leslie, done so much for this community. And we were supposed to go out together. So I'm kind of mad he left early. But he will never be forgotten, ever.
I think we should, we'll call the roll past the resolution, and Leslie, I'm sure you have some things to say. So, are there any public comment? All right, Terry, please call the roll.
Bertino.
Yes.
Burns.
Yes.
Days.
Yes.
Gatto.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
Parker.
Yes.
Grizzly.
Yes.
Ruffio.
Yes.
Days.
Yes. Leslie, again, I apologize for the.
No. Thank you. Thank you all. Tara, thank you. And thank you to everyone. I wrote down my comments so that I could just stay on course. It's different being here for the first time without him being here. And I just thank you all for taking the time to recognize him. Truly do. So good evening, everyone. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak today as we honor my husband, Ernest Coursey Sr., and the work he devoted his life to, both on the board and throughout Atlantic County. On behalf of our family, our sons, our grandson, and all who loved him, thank you for this recognition. It means more to us than we can fully express. Ernest believed deeply in service. To him, public service was never about party labels or politics. It was about people. His motto, Coursey Cares, was not a slogan. It was a way of life. He often said, not all Democrats are your friends, and not all Republicans are your enemy. And that quote captures who Ernest was. He believed in listening, building relationships, and finding common ground. He respected differing viewpoints, as you said in that quote, and understood that real progress happens when we work together for the greater good. During his time on this board and throughout his career, Ernest worked tirelessly to help others, seniors who needed advocacy, families facing hardship, students seeking opportunities, veterans deserving respect, and residents who simply needed someone to listen. He believed government should be compassionate, accessible, and fair. Ernest cared about the details, but more importantly, he cared about impact. He showed up, he returned calls, he asked hard questions, I know he did, and he never forgot that behind every issue was a person with a story. Even during his illness, Ernest remained committed to service and proud of the work he did alongside so many of you. He was deeply honored to serve Atlantic County, and he valued the trust placed in him by this board and by his community. While we miss him every day, we find comfort in knowing that his legacy lives on, as you said, in the policies he helped shape, the people he helped uplift, and the spirit of care that he brought to everything he did. Ernest truly cared, and because of that, he made a difference. I'm with right now my oldest son, Ernest Dwayne Coursey Jr., our grandson, Jupiter, who had an opportunity to play with Pop-Pop and get to know him for a few months. And our youngest son, Ethan, is right now picking up turkeys or toys, or both? Turkeys or toys, because he has taken on the job of doing all the work that his dad did. He did a turkey drive, and then together they're doing a turkey toy and coat drive for my church next week. Next week, we'll have a huge bazaar for families in need. So it is true, the legacy continues. Thank you for honoring his life, his service, and his legacy. And on behalf of our family, we are deeply grateful. Thank you. Thank you very much. Just looking at the flag, thank you. And how are you? Nice to see you. And all of you. Good to see you. Thank you. Thank you. Get in?
We're taking pictures. Okay.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Jerry, thank you. Linda, thank you.
Stay right there.
Okay, sit.
Sit. Tara.
I know, because I'm gonna wait till,
Okay.
no, you take yours and then I'm gonna take some after you. Okay. Wait. That was the practice.
Somebody's.
Thank you.
Yes, and I am retiring. Yes, thank you, Council.
So we do have recognition for that as well. So again, this is from County Executive Dennis Lutz. This is all three of us, okay? So on behalf of the citizens of Atlantic County Executive Dennis Lutz proudly salutes Leslie White Coursey, Interim Executive County Superintendent of Schools, 2022 to 2025. In recognition and appreciation of your outstanding leadership, dedication, and service, promoting the importance of education and opportunities for students throughout Atlantic County. With our gratitude and best wishes, December 16, 2025, Dennis Lutz, County Executive.
Thank you.
Your site is incredible.
So I served in this role for 7 years, starting in Cumberland, and then I moved here, and I've been the Atlantic County Superintendent for 4 years. And I've also doubled up with Salem. So it's been a pleasure to serve not only Atlantic County students, but Salem and Cumberland. And I'm retiring a little early, but I am nonetheless. I want to spend time with my family. Of course, this little guy, this guy will make you want to retire and stay home. But I appreciate all the support, Jerry, Bonnie, Linda. I've been on meetings with all of you, and Michelle, you all have been great. And I enjoyed working with you all, and I'm sure that the state will appoint someone new, and you all embrace them the same way that you have me. So I appreciate all of you. Thank you. Thank you.
Sorry.
We got a collection. We got a collection. Well, I put them.
Thank you,
Every
everyone.
time's out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All the packages to go.
Thank you. Let me get our things. Good, how are you?
Mr. Chair, while you're transitioning, before we lose Ms. Corsi to the back, I just wanted to say thank you, and your husband to thank you as well. Ms. Corsi's family and mine, we've had the pleasure of working together. She was my wife's principal at one point in time in Atlantic City before she moved on to the county. And then I came to the county and was blessed enough to work with her closely as well. And I believe it was Leslie that made the decision for Corsi to give me the chair of education and schools. Every time
Kind of a conflict there.
every time I would see her, we'd be at an event and she'd like, nudging. I'm like, give it to him. Like, just give it to him. And he's like, I want to keep it. Corsi. Right. And he's like, I think it's a conflict of interest. I think you should let someone else have it. So finally, he allowed me to be the chair of education and schools committee for the county. And I want to say thank you for all that you've done and the conversations that you and I have had that I guess no one will ever find out about other than what I'm saying right now. And also the conversations that Corsi and I have had over the time that I've been here. If there was only a camera to record some of those conversations, people would not believe the conversations we had. But at the end of it, it was always to build something positive, to do something good. And like you said, it wasn't about Republican, Democrat. It wasn't about, it was about what are we going to do? So it was always Parker. So what do you want to do? And then he always had, a plan for how we were going to get it done. So I learned a lot from him sitting up here on how to get it done, because you can have all these great ideas all you want, but getting them to come to fruition is a whole nother thing. So thank you, and thank you.
Welcome. Thank you. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Next on the agenda is ordinance 7.
Ordinance amending County Code Chapter 97 entitled Parks concerning John F. Gaffney Green Tree Golf Course, final reading.
Second.
Moved and seconded.
Holiday.
Merry Christmas. It's moved and seconded. Are there any commissioner comments? Any comments from the public? Please call the roll.
Bertino.
Yes.
Burns.
Yes.
Days.
Yes.
Gatto.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
Parker.
Yes.
Grizzly.
Yes.
Ruffio.
Yes.
Days.
Yes. If any commissioners would like to discuss or remove any grants from the consent agenda, please indicate so now. Hearing none, are there any comments from the public? I'll entertain a motion to combine and adopt resolutions 672 through 677.
So moved. Second.
Moved and seconded, please call the roll.
Bertino.
Yes.
Burns.
Yes.
Days.
Yes.
Gatto.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
Parker.
Yes.
Grizzly.
Yes.
Ruffio.
Yes.
Days.
Yes. If any commissioners would like to discuss or remove any professional service contracts from the consent agenda, please indicate so now. Any comments from the public? I'll entertain a motion to combine and adopt resolutions 678 through 681.
Moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Please call the roll.
Bertino,
Yes.
Burns,
Yes.
Days,
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
Ruffio.
Yes.
Days.
Yes. If any commissioners would like to discuss or remove any competitive contracts from the consent agenda, please indicate so now. Are there any comments from the public? All right, I'll entertain a motion to combine and adopt resolutions 682 through 693.
So moved. Second.
Moved and seconded. Please call the roll.
Bertino,
Yes.
Burns,
Yes.
Days,
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
Ruffio.
Yes.
Days.
Yes. If any commissioners would like to discuss or remove any bid contracts from the consent agenda, please indicate so now. Hearing none, are there any comments from the public? Okay, I'll entertain a motion to combine and adopt resolutions 694 through 701.
Moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Please call the roll.
Bertino,
Yes.
Burns,
Yes.
Days,
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
Ruffio.
Yes.
Days.
Yes. If any commissioners would like to discuss or remove any change orders from the consent agenda, please indicate so now. Are there any comments from the public? All right, I'll entertain a motion to combine and adopt resolutions 702 through 705.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Please call the roll.
Bertino,
Yes.
Burns,
Yes.
Days,
Yes.
Gatto,
Despite what Corsi would have said, yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
Ruffio.
Yes.
Days.
Yes. Resolution 706.
Renewal lease agreement with Corbin City for the purposes of conducting police K-9 training courses and annual K-9 in-service training for in-county and out-of-county law enforcement and emergency response agencies. Amount not to exceed $75,000.
Moved and seconded. Any commissioner comments? Any comments from the public? Hey, please call the roll.
Bertino,
Yes.
Burns,
Yes.
Days,
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
Ruffio.
Yes.
Days.
Yes. All right, Jerry, there's some items you'd like to discuss in the miscellaneous agenda?
7, 10, 7, 11, and 7, 12.
Okay.
Do you want to do them first?
Want me to go through them, or do you want to, why don't you,
Why don't we-
can we hear what you have to say first
Yeah,
before
sure.
we?
You want to go through them? Sure. So,
Or sure, I mean, should we pull them out from the consent agenda then?
Yeah.
Ken?
yes, you can.
Okay. So, I'm sorry, Jerry, it was 710?
7, 10, 7, 11, 7, 12.
Okay. So I guess we'll pass the consent agenda without those items.
Correct.
Okay, and we'll come back to that, sorry.
Good, okay, great.
I make a motion for items 707 through 709 and 713 through 731.
Second.
Long agenda, yeah.
It's 725 is also going to be full,
Okay.
or excuse me, 724, not 725. So it's going to be a motion to combine and adopt 707 through 709, 713
Through 20.
through 723, and 725 to 731.
We're pulling veterinary care and not a labor agreement? Or are we pulling the labor agreement?
724 is being pulled.
Right, which is
That's correct.
animal care.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Just checking.
All right, so the motion was to combine and adopt 707 through 709, 713 through 723, and 725 through 737.
31.
That's correct, Chairman.
That's
31.
correct. Okay.
Okay, give me a second.
731,
7 or 731?
731, sorry. Maybe my writing.
Mhm.
Okay,
Amend my motion.
okay, so any motion to combine and adopt those. Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Please call the roll. Oh, yep, sorry. Keep reading my writing. All right, are there any comments from the public on those items that were, okay, moving to combine and adopt? All right, please call the roll.
Bertino,
Yes.
Burns.
Yes.
Stays,
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
Ruffio.
Yes.
Days.
Yes. Okay. So, all right, Jerry, you're going to talk to us about 4,
So we'll do, yeah, so,
7, 10 separately?
yes, so if you remember, we've been meeting with the board concerning Meadowview and the history of Meadowview after, COVID. And the amount of money that is, the tax dollars that have been going into the facility as a result of COVID and, kind of the change in the philosophy of the world in wanting to work and what they want to work for. So it's been hard to hire people. So there are 3 resolutions. If you remember, the county executive attempted to get the state to make Meadowview a full veterans facility. And we are still having those conversations, even to today, with at least 2 other potential vendors. They're serious about making it a veterans facility, and they'll be part of the group, if we pass these resolutions, that would be willing to purchase Meadowview and make it a full veterans facility. So why don't we start with 7, 10, and
Yep.
when you, our county council, can go through 7, 10 first.
710 is seeking authorization to effectuate the subdivision of property consisting of Meadowview. Right now, currently it's about 28.5 acres. We would divide it into 3 different lots. The first lot would be owned by the county, and that's approximately 17.8 acres. Meadowview will be about 5 acres, and the third lot is going to be about 5.2 acres. I gave you, I believe you have it before you, the subdivision, how it is. And at this point, we're seeking approval so that we can make the appropriate applications.
All right, are there any commissioner comments on resolution 710?
I'll move 7, 10.
Chairman, it has to be read.
Oh, sorry.
Resolution to effectuate the subdivision of Block 150, Lot 1 in the city of Northfield, consisting of Meadowview Nursing and Rehabilitation Center, into 3 new lots of record, and to enter into a long-term lease with the Diocese of Camden, no cost.
All right, moved and
Second.
seconded. All right, are there any commissioner comments? Any comments from the public?
Yes. Mohammed Al Hassan. He's unmuted.
Mohammed, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I don't know if this is the time to speak about the proposed sale or no.
It is.
Okay.
This
All right.
particular-
This resolution is specifically about the subdivision of the properties.
Correct. That's what I thought. So maybe I should hold on. Correct.
There is a future resolution, but it's not actually for the sale today.
Okay. All right. But basically, one of the speakers just spoke to some of the stuff that I wanted to add to it.
Okay.
So, but let me first introduce myself. My name is Mohammed Awal Al Hassan. I am the staff rep for Meadowview Nursing Home. And I'm, first of all, I would like to thank you guys for allowing me the opportunity to address you guys today. And I come before you not only as a representative of AFSCME, but also a concerned citizen of Atlantic County, deeply invested in the well-being of our community and its most vulnerable members. And I want to acknowledge the intentions behind the proposed sale of Meadowview Nursing Home. We can all agree that the decision you face, I believe, is not being made lightly. And I appreciate the fact that you guys have been committed over the years to keeping Meadowview public-run nursing home, where care and residence is the focus, not for profit. And AFSCME urges you to pause and reflect on the path that you guys are considering, because the road of privatization also, often leads to unintended consequences that we cannot afford to overlook. So, and we must keep in mind the core values that bind our community together. Commissions, the compassion, care, and commitment to those who have served us and those in need. So instead of, I don't like to use the word rushing, but instead of rushing into decisions that may have far-reaching consequences, I invite you to explore other myriad options that lie before us, especially what the gentleman has talked about. One promising avenue to consider is transforming Meadowview into a veteran's home. Imagine the profound impact this could have, and not only in providing much needed service to our veterans, but also in accessing additional funding from the state and federal level. This could alleviate some financial burden on the county, while also honoring individuals who have dedicated their lives to serving our nation. So I'm here just personally to urge you, the body, to embrace the collaborative approach with AFSCME, so that we can challenge ourselves, because rather the opportunities for innovation and partnership. And I propose that we work alongside together with AFSCME, with the newly elected administration of Governor Mikey Sherrill, which we do have a relationship with the new administration. Together, we can forge a solution that will prioritize the community needs over expediency. So the consultancy that you guys will provide or will engage us is vital role in helping us achieve this goal, as opposed to privatizing. And my final point is this: that let's make time. Let's make time to ensure that the decisions reflect not only a present circumstance, but also a shared vision for the future. And in this future, our elderly and our veterans are treated with dignity and respect. I implore you to consider the legacy we wish to build together. AFSCME will be seeking information and cooperation so that we can work to protect our members and county residents and families who depend upon the continued operations at Meadowview. Thank you so much for your attention, your dedication, your commitment to the welfare of the people we serve. So let us move forward with a renewed sense of purpose, ready to explore transformational solutions that would uplift our community for generations to come. Thank you so much, commissioners.
Thank you, Mohammed, for your comments. And the next couple of resolutions also will be pertaining to hire a consultant and the process, Mohammed. So it's going to be open, and it's going to be well vetted. And I'm sure that our county council will be talking to those resolutions 711, 712 as well. For 710, we have a second, and we had public comment. Is there any other additional public comment? All right, please call the roll for resolution 710.
Bertino,
Yes.
Burns,
Yes.
Days,
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
Ruffio,
Yes.
Days.
Yes. Resolution 711.
Professional services agreement with David G. Castinas and Associates for consulting services pertaining to the sale of Meadowview Nursing and Rehabilitation Center, amount not to exceed $35,000.
Move.
Second.
Moved and seconded.
The resolution is seeking authorization for the county to retain the consulting services of David Castinas and Associates. Mr. Castinas has extensive knowledge and expertise in the sale and leasing of nursing homes, assisted living facilities, residential health care facilities, as well as related strategic planning. Mr. Castinas began his career at the New Jersey State Department of Health. This will be particularly and extremely helpful to the county as we navigate through the licensing process, the state licensing process, which on average takes anywhere from 6 months to a year, sometimes even more, depending on the circumstances. I want to invite right now Mr. Castinas to introduce himself, give a brief history of his experience, and answer any questions you may have.
Thank
you. Good evening. As Lynn said, my name is David Castinas. I've been doing consulting for quite a few years. Started in '85, worked in the Department of Health before that. But I've been assisting providers, long-term care providers, nursing homes, hospitals, many county facilities. I worked on really the first county transformation going from county-owned to private sector back in the mid-'80s. Hudson County was one of those first counties that did that. Each county, something was a little bit different on their approach to considering the sale. In most cases, the operating deficits were just so overwhelming. And meanwhile, the nursing home industry itself was evolving with more scrutiny coming from state agencies. So the quality of care at some of these facilities that were transformed at the same time was improving very much. It's not an easy decision that you have, as Lynn pointed out, that the process takes a long time. In the bidding process, it is always up to the seller to, if you're not 100% comfortable with who's bidding, you always have that option not to accept the bids or not to consider one of the bidders that are putting themselves forward. In 2022, a new statute came in which added additional scrutiny to prospective buyers. That's why it takes that long. It takes 6 months to a year. Public notice is given. There's a detailed evaluation of all the facilities that they have either in New Jersey or throughout the country. And I'd be happy to answer any questions about my background experiences that I can share with you. But there's always something a little bit different about each sale. But it's somewhat traumatic, quite honestly, from a seller's perspective, to make that decision to turn your services over to a private entity.
Yeah, Mr. Cassinas, thank you. Are there any commissioner comments, questions?
I think it would be prudent, Chairman, if Jerry could just take a minute in response to some of the things that were just brought up in public comment. You know, this is a decision that we've been talking about for years. And I know sitting on the budget committee for most of my tenure here, it was a question that kept coming up, and we kept saying, no, it's a duty of ours, you know, to provide this service. Unfortunately, the deficit number just kept getting exponentially worse. And we have, over the years, we brought in a consultant, was it 3 years?
Just recently.
Over
the course of
the last 2 years, to help us find savings opportunities, efficiencies, things like that, right? And we did implement some of the recommendations. So we did take that step in attempt to continue the operation. As you mentioned, we did attempt to turn it into a veterans home, and still are, as you mentioned. And maybe you want to say a little bit more about that discussion, where it started, where it went, where it is. And we also had discussions with the Diocese of Camden to potentially even operate, right? So we've been taking steps for years before we've gotten to a decision like this. And this is still going to take at least a year. You know, it's going to take time. It's not something that's happening overnight. And I think it's still something that we will continue to talk about as things unfold along the way. So I just want to make sure people know this isn't an overnight decision nor an easy decision. And if I missed anything there in terms of all the conversations that we've had in our attempts to continue to operate, please feel free to add on, Chairman, if you don't mind.
No,
I mean, as you know, I think it actually was Commissioner Risley said one of our conversations probably 2 years ago. Why don't we look at getting a consultant come in and really look at this, because we, as you know, we were having a conversation about making it a full veterans facility, and we did. The group's name is the leader, the owner of the business is Mark Zinnick. Mark came in, and his first comment to us, I got to be honest with you, we had several conversations. You know, at nighttime he would call me to say, look, I was in there or whatever. He said, if I had to put my mother in any facility in the state of New Jersey, it would be a public facility. So because you always in all the public facilities for whatever our reasons are. I think it's because we believe in the quality of care. We always have more nurses than you need. If you go into another facility, you never find 14 or 15 nurses on the shift like we do. Their only requirement is that I think, and Michelle is here, they can need a nurse, an RN, in a 24-hour shift. You have to have access to an RN. I mean, we have, as I said, the total now I can't even tell you, but RNs we probably have anywhere between, let's say, 7, 8. Then we have LPNs. It's just quality of care has always been a big issue for the executives and the board ever since I can remember. So yes, we've had those conversations. The veterans facility, I probably have taken 14 or 15 calls. The executive's got a number of calls. He's always asked me to follow up with the individuals. We've had doctor groups. They were willing to give us $5 million down. They're willing to buy the facility, immediately. There's at least 2 very serious vendors that want to make it a veterans facility. One is the president happens to be a Atlantic County resident of the American Legions, and he has a financier who is willing to sponsor, and I'm assuming they'll come out. They will obviously review their proposals when we get out that far. They're very interested in making a veterans facility, as well as another provider who my understanding has had at least 2 in more recent times, one in Morris and one in Monmouth, who has expressed an interest through his consultant. The consultant I happen to know because he was a county administrator in another county years ago, and he knew me through that source. He's called me and said he'd be very interested in making this a veterans facility. So there are 2 very, very serious, and they have the money. This one in particular has like 22 nursing homes on the East Coast, and they're very interested. Through the Zimmet report, I think we came in here. I think Michelle has gone through that report with the group. They had some issues that they picked up right away. We corrected them immediately from a financial point of view, helped save money. One of the issues, though, that they highlight is the fact that we don't have the ability, because of the state's laws on purchasing, we don't have the ability to go out and negotiate prices. So a nursing home that's owned by a private can go out and say, I need 30 beds. And somebody say, $700 a day. They can negotiate that price, or maybe they'll buy 40 beds at $500 or $400, whatever they can negotiate. We can't do that. So consequently, we pay that higher price, independent of having beds, no negotiation. So those are some of the issues I think that has really forced us to really look hard and fast at this. And you're correct, the number has gone up. It's gone up significantly, and COVID did not help.
Yeah.
And the whole issue about hiring people, as we put the money in to hire, and we wind up putting it into a contract that we have to go hire, the staffing to cover these positions.
And I won't speak for, I won't commit any administration to contractual language here, but I do know a priority with whatever happens is our employees, right? So I think we would make sure that we would negotiate whatever we could from an employee perspective to ensure that they're retained in some way, or whatever the case may be. And I think that's always been at the forefront of every conversation that we've had. And I'll just put my own caveat in there. I still have a vision for paying for nursing school for people and then having them come work for a facility for 2 years in return or whatever. I would love to see that happen.
And so you'll hear that. That's part of one of the resolutions, and county council will go through that.
Commissioner Martinez, Jeff?
Just a comment. I think we're all talking on the same thing. I think every year when Denny comes in, he gives this county executive's statement on the budget every year. Meadowview's been coming up, and we've talked about the losses and the plans we put in place to try to mitigate the losses and all that. And he was pretty clear on, like, he thought we've tried everything we can do on it. That we're gonna have to take and, if we're gonna be responsible, to taxpayers and to provide the best service, that was an option for us to look at letting somebody else take a shot at it. So
Yes.
it's nothing new. We've been talking about it for 3 or 4 or 5 years that I recall. So
Yeah.
we're at that next step.
And you know, and Commissioner, you made a point about negotiating on another, through another source to potentially generate, not that you want to do that, but you generate the opportunities where you have
Finding
senior
both.
housing in the complex.
Yes.
Where people then have the ability to get rehab.
Right.
And or, you know, unfortunately, some of them would have to go in for long-term care. But that was another way to generate, you know, a source of business model
Right.
that we were attempting to do to create, you know, I guess, you know, how do you make yourself profitable or at least break even, you know, in your view of how to run a nursing home. So those were some of the issues we were trying.
Jerry, can I follow up on what you're talking about? The transformation isn't limited to county facilities. It really is with the nonprofits as well. Single ownership is the challenging factor here. We have fixed reimbursement rates for these type of services, and a single facility owner just can't work within those reimbursement rates. And you may notice, I'd say over the past 5 years, I'd probably have had 7 or 8 not-for-profits, single owners that have gotten out of the business. Seashore Gardens right here in Atlantic County decided finally, after almost 100 years, they decided they just couldn't survive anymore. So they put their facility out to bid. So it's something that's industry-wide. There's no quick fix. The consulting services certainly are the first step, and that's what you did. You try to fix it, but quite honestly, the situation isn't fixable as a single owner.
Yeah.
Are there any additional commissioner comments? You know, I think Commissioner Gaddis said it, Commissioner Bertino and Jerry, this isn't, you know, a decision that's being made overnight. I remember going back when they first added the rehabilitation component to the nursing home. So it's been discussed for quite some time, looked at from all different vantage points. And like I said before, the due diligence is going to be done and go through the process. And we're going to look at these next couple of resolutions to explain further. Are there any?
Chairman, can I add one more thing?
Yeah, Commissioner.
I'm sure you'll be back to give us updates. I just ask, I know we've heard the timeline. It's going to be a long time, just to keep us updated. So when we're out in the community, we can answer to our residents about what's going on. And I know Lynn and Jerry will keep us updated, but just asking that we're all kept apprised of what's going on. Thank you.
Certainly.
And I also hope we will take up AFSCME leadership on their offer to work with the Charlotte administration as well. Again, as things unfold here and opportunity presents itself, let's follow every path. I do hope we will take them up on that.
Tell that the union has to be and will be involved in the process as well. Are there any comments from the public? This one? All right, so we had a motion and a second. Tara, please call the roll.
Bertino,
Yes.
Burns,
Yes.
Days,
Yes.
Gaddis,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
Ruffio,
Yes.
Days.
Yes. Resolution 712.
Resolution authorizing the county executive to conduct public hearings pertaining to the sale of certain real property, improvements, and personal property associated with or located on a portion of the property commonly known as the Meadowview Nursing and Rehabilitation Center located at 235 Dolphin Avenue, Block 150, Lot 1, in the city of Northfield, and to conduct a public sale consistent with the provisions of NJSA 40A:12-1 and following.
Moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Are there any commissioner comments? Then was there anything you wanted to add to 712 as well?
Just
We'll come back to that then.
Gary's touched upon already some of the thought process, the financial challenges we've had, but I also want to outline, and what the resolution does is also outlines the very strict statutory requirements in order for this entire process. We have to have a public hearing, two public hearings. If this is approved tonight, I can't have a public hearing less than 30 days. It's going to take me a little bit longer, but less than 30 days. I am permitted to have a second, and I have to have a second public hearing minimally no less than 14 days. And then after that, after the last public hearing, I then can notice for the public auction. And that's 3 months. As
So
part,
So that's the first 3 to 6 months of the year.
exactly.
That we're not even gonna.
Oh, I'm looking
Yeah.
at the earliest, probably mid-February.
Yeah,
Um,
for a public hearing.
So I have to have, so part of the public hearing is I have to upload all the documents, the labor agreements, which, by the way, we have been talking with the various unions at Meadowview. We have kept them up to date as to what's happening, as well as the employees. But in addition to that, I upload a form of agreement that has to go into the upload. I'm going to do the proposed application for the site plan. I'm looking to also upload the site plan, the mechanics, if I can get my hands on all the plans there. So any bidder that's interested will be able to see most documents. I will also give them an opportunity I'll give them a couple dates where they will be able to come to Meadowview, a small group to come to Meadowview to look at it. Bring your engineer, bring your architect, but it's going to be a limited time where you can review the facility, walk it through, and they'll get a shot to do that as well. Any successful bidder and they're bidding in order to qualify must have a guaranteed continued employment for all current employees, non-administrative staff, at the time of closing for a period of 2 years, obviously subject to any dismissal for cause. Equal to or better health benefits for the employees. They need to agree, any potential or successful bidder must agree to interview all administrative staff members for potential employment in the new company. Or no current residents can be removed or displaced. That includes veterans. We also require that they must maintain the 30-bed wing of veterans. If we find a successful bidder that wants to convert it into a veteran's home, again, we go back to no displace of non-veteran residents. The last thing is that the minimum bid for any bid to be accepted is $23.5 million. That's the start. So we will not take into any consideration any potential successful bidder unless the bid starts at that. I think that's about it. I pretty much covered. I'm certainly can answer any questions you have regarding the resolution or the statutory requirements.
Are there any additional commissioner comments or questions? All right, Lynn, thank you.
Thanks.
Are there any comments from the public? Okay. Please call the roll on resolution 712.
Bertino.
Yes.
Burns.
Yes.
Days.
Yes.
Gatto.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
Parker.
Yes.
Risley.
Yes.
Ruffio.
Yes.
Days.
Yes, and we're jumping down to resolution number 724.
Renewal memorandum of agreement with the Humane Society of Atlantic County to provide initial veterinary care for animals seized by the prosecutor's office and/or any local municipal humane law enforcement officers. Amount not to exceed $10,000.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any commissioner comments? Any comments from the public? All right, please call the roll.
Bertino.
Yes.
Burns.
Yes.
Days.
Abstain.
Gatto.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
Parker.
Yes.
Risley.
Yes.
Ruffio.
Yes.
Days.
Yes. Resolution 732.
State of Pennsylvania Office of the Attorney General, High Intensity Drug Trafficking Areas, Program 2025, $177,000.
Move.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Are there any commissioner comments? Any comments from the public? Okay, please call the roll.
Bertino.
Yes.
Burns.
Yes.
Days.
Abstain.
Gatto.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
Parker.
Yes.
Risley.
Yes.
Ruffio.
Yes.
Days.
Yes. I'll entertain a motion to combine and adopt resolutions 733 through 735, chapter 159.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any commissioner comments? Any comments from the public? All right, please call the roll.
Bertino.
Yes.
Burns.
Yes.
Stays.
Yes.
Gatto.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
Parker.
Yes.
Risley.
Yes.
Ruffio.
Yes.
Stays.
Yes. Resolution 736.
Reappointment of Fred W. Meineke Jr. to the Senior Citizens Advisory Board for a term to expire on January 31st, 2029.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any commissioner comments? Any comments from the public? Is Fred online or? Okay. All right, please call the roll.
Bertino.
Yes.
Burns.
Yes.
Stays.
Yes.
Gatto.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
Parker.
Yes.
Risley.
Yes.
Ruffio.
Yes.
Stays.
Yes. And our last agenda item, resolution 738.
Resolution honoring Commissioner at Large Amy L. Gatto.
Was that not on your agenda?
No, it is.
Okay.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Are there any commissioner comments?
Absolutely. There's going to be commissioner comments.
All right, Commissioner Risley. you wanna-
Thank you. Thank you. I learned something new about Amy, about her resume and her past, that she's fluent in French, which I certainly didn't know. And Amy has been a past chairman of this board, back I believe it was 2019. And one thing about Amy, you know where she stands. She's tenacious, she's smart, and she really cares about the county of Atlantic as a whole. And that's why we're all here. And Amy, I certainly wish you all the best in whatever you're going to do next. You have a very responsible job in the financial services industry as vice president, and that's a big deal and a lot of responsibility. I've been a pleasure to work with you over the years, and I know that you're not going to end it here. I'm sure there'll be another chapter along the way. You've got plenty of time, but the one thing about this business of being an elected official and governing, it does take a large chunk of your time. On a personal level and on a business level, it does take a large chunk of time, and there's sacrifices. And you've made those sacrifices, and Atlantic County is the better for it. And we're going to miss you, Amy.
Thanks, John.
Thank you, Commissioners. You know what, Tara, would you mind, before any commissioners comment, if it's okay, reading the resolution? And
Yep.
maybe there's other things that we can learn about Amy or turn it into a roast or something.
Resolution honoring Commissioner at Large Amy L. Gatto. Whereas Amy L. Gatto graduated from Oakcrest High School in 2000 and earned a Bachelor of Science degree in International Business and a Bachelor of Arts degree in French from Widener University in 2004. And whereas Amy L. Gatto began her professional career at Pico Energy in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and later held roles at Atlanticare, Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield, and Equitable, and currently serves as an Assistant Vice President of Business Operations for Lincoln Financial. And whereas in 2005, Amy L. Gatto was first elected to the Hamilton Township Board of Education, and then to the Hamilton Township Committee in 2007, and at 29 years old became the youngest and only the third woman to hold the office of mayor in the township's several hundred-year history. And whereas during Amy L. Gatto's tenure on Hamilton Township Committee, the governing body eliminated a $2.4 million structural deficit by encouraging economic development, increasing government efficiency, and paying down millions in municipal debt without raising taxes for several years. And whereas Amy L. Gatto was elected to the Board of County Commissioners in 2016, 2019, and 2022, where she was proudly selected in 2019 to serve as the first female to chair the Board of Freeholders in its 182-year history. And whereas Amy L. Gatto has been a tireless advocate for the safety and well-being of the residents of our county, championing for the reconstruction of Route 30 and Cologne Avenue, and the development of the new Lake Lenape Dam in Hamilton Township. Whereas Amy Elgato has served as a member of the Atlantic County Republican Committee and a municipal leader in Hamilton Township, and was honored with the Lincoln Award by the Atlantic County Federation of Republican Women in 2020 for her efforts to encourage more women and minorities to participate in appointed and elected office. And whereas Amy Elgato has been a dedicated public servant and community leader, participating in numerous community service initiatives, advocating for herself and individuals with Crohn's disease, and was honored in 2008 as one of Atlantic City Weekly's top 40 under 40. And whereas Amy Elgato is the president of the Italian American Service Organization UNICO, Greater Atlantic City Chapter, serves on the Parish Council for St. Vincent de Paul Church, and is treasurer of the Sweetwater Haven Association. And whereas Amy Elgato is the daughter of Dr. Jerry Lynn Vernon and the late Bill Gatto, has one brother, Billy Gatto, and believes her family and personal experience have shaped her commitment to public service and community engagement. And whereas Amy Elgato will attend her last county commissioners meeting on Tuesday, December 16, 2025, having served with distinction and dedication to the residents of Atlantic County for 20 years. Now therefore be it resolved by the Atlantic County Board of County Commissioners that this board does hereby extend its deepest gratitude and appreciation to Commissioner Amy Elgato for her exemplary service, leadership, and dedication to the people of Atlantic County, and wishes her continued success in all future endeavors.
Thank you, Sarah. Any additional commissioner comments?
You know, obviously, if you listen to the resolution, a couple of things become pretty evident. One, Amy's very busy. Amy commits herself 100% to anything she does. Her attention to detail, I've had the opportunity here, as along with the rest of the commissioners, serving with you. That's to be admired. It's not a thing that many people have today. Your commitment to throw yourself 100% into anything you take on is some privilege to watch and see, and many of us can learn from. So I just want to say, I've had the opportunity to work with you close on committee stuff. Sometimes I may throw stuff at Amy. She looks at me, she goes, "What?" So, but you know, I have to keep her guessing a little bit. So, because she's pretty comfortable and confident in her abilities. But I appreciate the opportunity working with you.
I was going to say the same thing. You stole my line.
It's the truth. You got to keep her
The two
guessing.
commissioners that have been hardest on me have been Commissioner Corsi and Amy Gatto.
Gotta be honest.
For your own good.
We're doing you a favor.
Like, what are you talking about, Anna?
She'll be fine.
Thanks.
I'll rethink my statement.
Parker, did you want to continue from that?
Listen, I just want to, I truly think that we're losing a major asset on this board. And I don't know how we're going to replace someone like Amy on this commissioner board. And it's going to be tough. And we're all going to need to put our heads together. Nothing against Art.
His head shut up.
I saw Ruffy look over.
He's writing everything down.
Nothing against Art. No, but Art knows I love him dearly. But listen, but Amy she really is an asset to us, and I mean that. You know, I'm not kidding when I say the toughest conversations that I've had have been between you two, between Corsi and Amy. She holds no punches. She'll tell you exactly what she feels. She'll tell you if she thinks what you are saying is absolute garbage. You know, if
But
it
then I
has
tell
some
you I love
merits.
you.
You know,
Find something to do. Give a little positive.
Yeah,
once
give
in
a
while.
positive.
Give a little positive once in a while. in there.
but honestly speaking, it you know, and I say this to people who ask me about Amy all the time. What an asset that is, because at the end of it, you end up with something that's better than what you intended, you know, and we end up with something that's going to, and same with Commissioner Corsi. At the end, something great's going to come out of it, you know, and that's what we should all be interested in, you know, as commissioners anyway, you know, and so no matter what idea we put together, we wanted to create some greater good, you know, and do something positive in people's lives in here in Atlantic County. And so, Amy, I really, truly am going to miss you. And I think you know more than anyone up that's sitting up here how much I'm going to miss you and miss those conversations.
Thank you.
You can still call and yell at him.
I'll still yell at him.
I'll let him just go off on his own.
Cupertino can't do
I
it.
can do
He tries, but it doesn't work.
I'm trying to help you out right now.
You know, I like to watch meetings for fun.
Any other comments?
Just a couple of things I'd like to add. Her love of the Philadelphia Eagles.
Go Birds.
Right? They won last week. Good news.
One more win. and we're the
And
champs.
can I call you when there is a cherry golf tournament and it's a scramble and I need partners? She's an amazing golfer.
Yes, now I can actually have time.
You have time.
Yeah. Thank you for your public service and your leadership, and I wish you all the best.
Thanks, teacher.
I mean, you know, I've served with you on the board the shortest amount of time of all the commissioners, but in the past year, I've learned a lot from you, just watching, talking. So I just wanted to let you know, and thank you. Sad to see you.
Let me just jump in as well. Amy, actually, I'm the one that served with you the shortest amount of time. But Corsi always spoke well of you and told me that if I needed anything, lean and depend on you. And in the short time, I've appreciated your abilities and your kindness and your accessibility. So we wish you well in whatever endeavor you go.
Thanks, Reverend. Appreciate that. And good luck to you.
Thank you.
Well, I know it wasn't really an easy. It took you, to do this, but it took you some time to think about it, which you do about everything that you do. It's not, just suddenly you take your time. And I want to wish you the best, moving forward. I know you're here for us. Your knowledge of government is beyond anyone that I have met. And I've always appreciated that, but more so I've appreciated your friendship.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Listen, I don't think anybody tried harder to get her to run again. Having run with Amy for three elections, someone who has a run for public office, you really don't know how close you get with your running mate and how heated things get sometimes too. But I got to know Amy extremely well, and I knew her prior to running with her. The conversations, I know we'll still have that friendship and the communication, but the conversations I'm going to miss. It was pretty regular that we had those conversations. Listening to Tara read the resolution, it struck me again how long it was, but it's never about Amy. Amy's public service is just that. It's she's serving the public. So John mentioned her tenacity. I want to mention her selflessness. She gave it her all to the point where she felt like she was giving too much and needed to retire and call it quits, but she's not going away. I know that. Amy, I think I can speak for all of us when I can say that you've done a tremendous job representing all of Atlantic County, representing the females of Atlantic County. I should stop there, but you're going to be missed.
Thank you, Rich.
But I know you'll still be there. I still plan to talk to you. But again, thank you for everything.
Thank you.
Sarah, did we have? Oh, go ahead. I was going to say, Sarah had something. Mom?
From the woman who gave me a C in AP Government and Politics. That's where I learned about being tough for your own good.
I've heard that before.
I just want you to know that I was her first government teacher. I just would like to say something from the mom's perspective. One memory. Amy went to Youth and Government Day when she was in middle school, and that was Joe Nichols, who had an incredible impact on her. Then she got to high school, and I was her AP Government teacher, although she gives me no credit for that at all.
Only half a year.
But a memory, she just turned 44. So this is 20 years, and she's 44. So I agree. I don't think this is her last chapter here at all, but she does have a job that is very demanding. But one early memory that was my favorite that I would just like to share with you all today. She was very tech savvy when she was running for council in Mays Landing. And the guys that were on that council were not tech savvy at all. And she kept trying to get them to use social media, her laptop. She had her laptop connected to the TV so you could see the results coming in on election day. The Blackberries were being used to watch at the polls who was coming in. And these guys were like, Amy, we are not using any of this. And we would laugh behind the scenes and she'd say, Mom, these guys don't want to have anything to do with social media. But the first year she'd say, can I just put some stuff up on the TV? No, we'll put it on the laptop. And so she'd say, I've got the results right here. The results are coming in. And they didn't want to hear it. And then the next election came and everything was hooked up. And I'm watching these guys yell, Amy, put those results up. And I thought, wow, she converted them just by doing what was her generation. And so I think the thing that I'm proudest of as a mom that I have watched, she is very diplomatic. And you know, when you're in the community, friends, family, your neighbors, everybody has no idea what you're doing. It's been a while since I've been to any kind of a board meeting. I forgot how tedious it was. And as I'm looking at the agenda, I thought, how do you explain to your neighbor what the conversation is about the nursing home at Meadowview? How do you explain the months, the years, what goes into it? But people are quick to write on social media, hey, what's happening? What's happening with the county? Why'd you do this? Why'd you do that? And she's always so patient with friends, family, and the community. And I think that's the thing I'm proudest of. And I just hope you have an Amy Gatto in the wings in the county to do some of that groundwork as well. So Aim, on behalf of your dad and I, good job.
Thanks, Mom. Didn't state her name and record or an address.
I let her go.
Give her a seat.
Giving her a
Seal public comment. Is there any other public comment? Sure. Commissioner-elect.
I'm the former mayor of Hamilton Township. My name's Art Shanker. I met Amy in 2007. I was the secretary treasurer of the Central Labor Council of Atlantic and Cape May County. And as most of you know, we have the candidates come in and they interview. And, you know, when new people come in, they have this certain look on their face. I think they're scared to death. They don't know what's going on. And Amy comes in and she is full of life. Like, I can't wait. When are you guys going to interview me? Let's go. I'm like, I turned to my friend Roy Foster and I said, is there something wrong with her? Nobody does this. Nobody was as prepared as you were. And believe me, I've sat through many, many, many of those interviews. Nobody was that prepared to do what you've been doing for the last 20 years. And I got to tell you, it's impressive. You were impressive then, you're impressive now. I wish you all the luck in the world. On behalf of the people of Hamilton Township, we've always appreciated what you've done. You've been around for a long time. And when you moved to Mullica, it was a sad day in Hamilton. So thank you very much, Amy. Good luck, and I'll do the best I can to fill your shoes.
I know
I'm
you
not
will.
wearing a dress.
I know you will. I know you will, Art.
You can do better than a C.
Yeah, I do have remarks. I wrote them down and, you know, Joe Nichols always says no crying in politics, but I don't know if it's gonna ring true tonight. So thank God I'm done. Tonight marks my last meeting. It's very bittersweet. As an 8th grader, as my mom said, my desire to serve was ignited as I shadowed then Deputy Mayor Joe Nichols and Mayor Lorraine Bernice during Youth and Government Day in 1996. I first ran for Hamilton Township School Board in 2005 as a way to get involved in my community and give back to the district that had given me so much. I was lucky enough to have a network of supporters who I knew more by their account number and their movie genre likes and dislikes than their names. But that first job at Mays Landing Video was certainly a factor to my success. Now I sit with 20 years of public service under my belt, having met and learned from so many wonderful and dedicated people from all walks of life. By no means has it been easy. I remember sitting in my living room with my family and my political consigliere, Randy Lafferty, discussing the possibility of running for township committee. He wanted to be clear that everyone in my family would become fair game for political fodder if I took that step. There's absolutely no way I'd be sitting here following that moment without their agreement, their love, and their support to do this. I was single and in my 20s, which also presented its own challenges. If you could hear the lecture I got from Carl Anderson after my face ended up on the front page of the press after an enjoyable night at the Gypsy Bar at the Borgata. There was also that one night at Wild Wild West when my aunt had to shake down a photographer to delete photos of me riding a mechanical bull not so skillfully. There were very tough decisions like laying off employees, reducing services, or figuring out ways to keep businesses alive. There are so many stories, there are so many lessons learned, and there were always the best of intentions. When I called Keith Davis in 2016, telling him it might be my time to call it quits, because among other things, I wanted to maybe try to find a husband, he urged me to run for county commissioner because it would expand my network countywide, and I definitely meet more potential suitors. Yeah.
That was a good one.
I know.
That's good. That's good.
I fell for it. Well, for the most part, that all worked out for the best. I'm still waiting on that husband. It's been a privilege to serve the residents of Atlantic County, to have earned their trust in 7 consecutive successful elections, and to have been selected by my peers as the first female chair of the Board of Commissioners during my tenure. It's been my mission to serve as an open, fair, and listening ear to anyone needing help or wanting to enhance our area, and to be honest about what was actually achievable. Some of you may say I'm a little too honest at times. Some have told me I curse too much to be a politician. Someone told me early on that with every decision, I need to be able to put my head on the pillow every night. And that has been my litmus test for every decision. I thank County Executive Levinson, all of you, my fellow commissioners, past and present, our legal counsel and my friend Ken Warren, Tara and her predecessor Sonia, Kristen, Lena, their respective predecessors, and the county staff for all of your support in helping achieve some of my specific goals. Holding a countywide chairwoman's Young Leaders Luncheon, which I did get to do with my mom when she was the principal. The Lake Lenape Dam replacement and the Cologne Ave Route 30 intersection improvements. I almost threw the bike racks in there too, Jer. There are certainly so many other accomplishments, but those are just a few of the ones we've had fun with. I'm hoping someone will eventually add the Lake Lenape Lighthouse renovation to that list. Art Schenker. To Jerry and your team, thank you for always responding to road-related safety concerns, urgent requests to save someone from homelessness, and offering aid to those working their way through the complicated web of social services. To Lauren Moore and the ACEA crew, Roy Foster and the ACIA crew, thank you for picking up the phone when a business needed guidance to come or stay in Atlantic County, or a resident needed rental assistance or CDBG funds. These are the things that ultimately matter most. Our community is so lucky to have the county employees that we have. It would be near impossible to name everyone who was such an important part of this political journey. My running mates, Rich, Roger Silva, and so many others. My confidants, experienced elders, party faithful, party leaders, contributors, voters of every party affiliation, the people who listen to me talk about the same situation over and over until it was out of my system, the people who encouraged me constantly, the people who pushed me, particularly when I was scared or nervous or anxious, the people who reminded me No pressure, no diamonds. The people who I could call at any hour for any reason. The people who challenged me, and the people who may not have agreed with a decision, but respectfully moved forward and trusted me regardless. The friends and family who understood when I had to leave events early or miss them altogether. You all know who you are and how much I appreciate you more than I could ever put into words. Now it's time to focus on my personal life and my physical and emotional health. Most people don't realize this is a part-time job for us on top of our full-time jobs and the party obligations that come with running for office. You all also know it's been a difficult last 2 years. I've lost my dad. The loss of our dear friend, Commissioner Coursey, was another stark reminder that life is short and we need to seize every moment. My French teacher, Madame Klin, always said, "You gotta leave before they start asking why are you still here." This decision to take a step back didn't come lightly, but it feels right for right now. I'm very confident I'm leaving this seat in very capable and dedicated hands in Commissioner-elect Art Schenker. Many have asked why and what's next. I'll say to you, it's not you, it's me. I have a no plan, and I'm looking forward to where God leads me. Let me leave you with some words offered by our Super Bowl champion coach, Nick Sirianni, the night before the big game. Tough, detailed, together. Eliminate the distractions to give ourselves the chance to be our best. Focus and refocus. Communicate. Same page. Be ready to adjust. Politics can be a difficult game. Stay tough. Focus on the details that get the actual work done for our constituents. And above all, stay together. That's how to advance impactful action for our community. Thanks to you all for a fantastic ride. Thank you, guys.
So, still need to vote, so.
Better be a yes.
Sarah, can you call the roll on resolution 738?
Bertino?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Gatto?
My final vote, yes.
Byrd?
Regrettably, yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Grizzly?
Yes.
Ralphio?
Yes.
Days?
Yes. Wow.
Thank you, guys.
Rough meeting.
Been an honor.
Mr. Chair. Yeah, should we do that now? Do you have a,
Yeah.
So there's a plaque from County Executive Dennis Levinson. You read it.
On behalf of the citizens of Atlantic County, Executive Dennis Levinson, he proudly salutes me, 2016 to 2025, in recognition and appreciation of 10 years of outstanding leadership, dedication, and service in addressing the needs and improving the lives of Atlantic County residents. With our gratitude and best wishes. Thank you.
There it is. This is a copy of the resolution that everybody can put in wrong. And this is a plaque presented to Commissioner Amy Gatto in recognition of outstanding service and dedication to the citizens of Atlantic County, September 2016 to December 2025. Presented the 16th day of December 2025 with Atlantic County Board of County Commissioners.
I'm gonna miss you all.
Yeah.
Nope.
Group photo.
You wanna,
Yeah, good work Thank you.
One more.
County photos.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So we've received copies of written communications and petitions. Are there any commissioner comments? Any reports of special committees of the board?
We did have a workforce development board meeting this morning and I did swear in 6 new members.
Nice. Wow.
So, yeah, great board, very active board right now. So, they do a great job.
Mr. Chair, for Economic Development, I just want to put out that I spoke to Mark Rizzo from the Small Business Development Center, and he did submit the 7 County South proposal that we are going to have to look into and consider.
Chairman,
Yes,
this
Commissioner Ernst.
Saturday at noon, Meadowview is holding their holiday party for our veterans. Anybody's out and about, please stop by to honor them and wish them happy holidays. Also put on your calendars, Monday, January 5th at 1 p.m., the VA clinic in Linwood is having their ribbon cutting.
Thank you, Commissioner. Is there any unfinished business? Any new business? Anyone attending in person that would like to speak now with public comment, please come to the podium, speak into the microphone, and state your name and the town you reside. If you're attending virtually and like to make a public comment, please raise your hand. I will call your name and a request to unmute will be sent. Please state your name and the town in which you reside. You would be provided up to 3 minutes to speak. Any public comment? Entertain a motion to close public comment? Seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any comments for the good of the order? Commissioner Risley.
Thank you. I just want to mention that this Friday, I will be traveling to Trenton for the New Jersey Association of Counties. Are having a meeting regarding healthcare costs. And the new governor is supposed to speak as well. So I will represent the county and try to learn as much as I can as far as how to reduce our experience rates and healthcare costs. So it should be a worthwhile day. Thank you.
Commissioner, any other commissioner comments for good of the order?
Good of the order, Chair. Just want to compliment Kristen. I know you put a lot of hard work into us hosting the South
Yes.
Jersey County Commissioner Association meeting on Monday. Or I guess that was yesterday. Jesus. Okay. It wasn't even that long ago. But you did a great job, Kristen. Thank you so much. It was a great night.
It was.
Any other things for good of the order, Commissioner Kern?
I would just like to wish everybody a happy and healthy holiday. Please keep those in mind that aren't as fortunate of, some of us that with their mental health, housing, et cetera, during this time, because it can be very difficult. Through the Mental Health Association, they do have throughout the holiday timeframe a phone, calls, are being manned for people that need to call in, and that is on the website as well.
Thank you. I just need to once again thank Tara as a clerk helping me as chairman this year, Kristen and Lena as well, and Ken, I appreciate the conversations, the guidance, and your support as well. To say I could not have done it without you is definitely an understatement. So thank you for all that you do for not just myself, but the board and the county as well. I just want to wish everybody happy holidays.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Those celebrating Hanukkah, keep them in mind as well. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Give this seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Very good.
All right, meeting's adjourned.